Joining us now is retired Chief Deputy U.S. Marshal Matthew Fogg, who is in St. Louis, Missouri for Michael Brown's funeral. Matthew, thank you for joining us. What was it like inside the church today?
Well, it was surreal. I mean, the fact that you had great speakers. Reverend Al Sharpton, I think, really hit a home run when he said that police tactics are going to be changing. Michael Brown has brought a change within the world of how we will be doing policing in the future. You had the Reverend, you just had a lot of speakers that were great, but Al Sharpton really brought it home.
What about the...
And you had a lot of people there. The church was packed on both sides.
How many people do you think, given that I know you know how to quantify a crowd, how many people do you estimate were actually in the church, but also I'm sure there were plenty of people outside the church as well?
Well, I would say at least they had, I would say about 3,000 or more, I would say, just from looking at the crowd and from the people on both sides. When you look at the main sanctuary as well as this side, the two auxiliary sanctuaries, you had well over 3,000 to 4,000 people here.
Matthew, any indication that people had come from other parts of the United States?
The other parts of the U.S.?
Yeah, any indication
Is that what you said?
Yes, any indication that any of the people who came to show their respects were from other parts of the United States?
Oh, of course, yes. There are people from here from all over the world. I mean, I've talked to people from Florida, from Chicago, from L.A., Los Angeles, from even Mexico. I mean, people are here from everywhere, and they are really voicing their opinions. I've heard a lot of really good comments. People are hoping that that this will change the climate in law enforcement. Certainly, we know that right now it is it's a serious situation. It comes down to what happens to African Americans when confronted by the police. But I still say it's a human rights issue. It's an issue that affects all America. So it's sad that Michael Brown had to lay in the street and had to die for something like this to come out. But yeah, I believe it will have impact. And the fact that the president has commented on it, it's got to have impact.
Absolutely. And again, having the chief law enforcement official come down there, Eric Holder, while you were down there was of great help, as you and I have discussed before. I'm just looking at the crowd behind you, Matthew, and it is just, there are so many people. I mean, literally, it's more than I can see from the camera here. Wow. That is very significant that this many people showed up to mourn a young man they had never met.
That's right. That's right. And the crowd, the crowd that you see behind us is just, that's only part of it. The camera's not able to pan. You got a helicopter flying over. You have, but again, the fact is you have media here from everywhere. I mean, Australia, from Venezuela, from all across the globe. China press is here. Everybody's here. Italian. And what I'm finding, and I'm speaking to quite a few of them, and everybody's asking the same thing. You know, what do you expect to come out of this? How do you think this is going to change things? And I believe that that Ferguson has now set the pace. I mean, certainly we say Sanford, Florida. We say the killing of Eric Gardner in New York City. But law enforcement has to change. It has to begin to look at these things and say, is this what the response that we expect to have every time we get involved in a questionable shooting? Well, we need to stop it before it happens.
All right, retired Chief Deputy U.S. Marshal Matthew Fogg there in St. Louis, Missouri, covering the incident there. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for your insights, sir.